Meyers, Northtown Neighborhood News Magazine. Check out our new revamped website at www.ntnm.org, where over 42,000 of you have already watched shows, over 25,000 and counting in this calendar year, and over 4,000 in the last month. We're real big on community policing. Caps24.org. Sonny Hersh, who co-produces the show with me in his spare time, is the chairman of the District Advisory Committee of the 24th District. And you can check out all the meetings for the 24th District, which is Rogers Park, West Rogers Park, and parts of Edgewater by going to caps24.org. And by the way, one of the reasons, so many people have clicked on the show lately is because we sort of did a while back a very definitive show about the deep tunnel, which is getting like an excessive amount of clicks, because there has been quite a bit of rain lately, as some of you might have noticed. And appropriately enough, we have two of the commissioners of the Metropolitan Water District of Greater Chicago, Cynthia Santos, hi.
Hi,
okay, and Kathleen Meany.
Nice to meet you.
How are you?
Okay.
And now, you're both running for re-election. You've both been around for a while, though.
That's true.
Okay, Kathleen, you're actually the vice president?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. And you've been in office at this point for?
18 years. I was first elected back in 1990.
Okay, and Cynthia,
This is my 12th year, going on my 12th year, and I was elected in 96.
Okay, and you also played a number of different roles.
I'm the State Central Committee woman for the 5th Congressional District as well.
Okay, well, that tends to work. And but I also am within the Water Reclamation District.
Oh, yes. Well, I represent the Water Reclamation District at the Public Building Commission as well.
Yeah. So you're involved a lot in finance and things like that?
I'm the chairman of budget.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was alluding to.
Yeah, and the chairman of the Labor Industrial Relations, and Kathy's chairman of committees.
Federal legislation, so I go to Washington, D.C. to secure federal funding for our agency, and I'm also the chairman of Public Information and Education.
So you guys just don't get to pound a gavel and scratch your heads?
No, we have to do a little bit more than that.
Well, that's good. No, I wanted to make sure people are aware of that. So, of course, that was an amazing. It seems like we have these once every 100 or 200 or 300 year rainfalls every other year now.
Yeah, well, that's what somebody said to me this morning. But the district, I think, did a wonderful job handling.
Oh, it could have been a lot worse.
It could have been much worse.
There were over 101 billion gallons of water that fell from the sky last week.
Yeah, that's about 7 inches of rain, if I do my math correctly.
It was. Actually, Hanover Park was 9 inches, and they received the most, but the average was about 7. Kind of an unprecedented rainstorm.
Yeah, and I never saw numbers that high. I mean, in Evanston, which is just a mile from here, they had 10 inches of rain, which is scary.
Yes.
And I know over here that we just had a few drips of water in the basement, which I was very thankful. That's all. And for what there was something like around 8 inches of water over a 2-day period.
Yeah.
So if there's a thing called W Underground, and you can people have these weather stations in their homes, and you can actually check out what's in your neighborhood. There's a weather station 7 blocks from me, so I can actually, it's kind of cool. And if you just type in your zip code, and I was able, as myth at Sonny Hersh's of all things. So, he's got one of those weather stations, any kind of gadget, so I can see the temperature within 7 blocks of here and how much precipitation. And it's very helpful for watering my garden and all the rest of it.
Wow, sounds like it.
So it works out. Anyway, but let's talk about water reclamation. So there was a lot of stuff involved in that. There was like day and night work going on, I'm sure.
Yes, our staffs were working day and night, and they, as Cynthia said, they did a great job. But unfortunately, we did have to open the locks at 3 points along the lake just to alleviate the overflow. And we started opening the locks on Saturday morning and didn't finish until Tuesday. It was 80 hours. So hopefully we won't see that again.
Well, that doesn't even happen every year, though.
Oh, no.
No.
This has never happened that I'm aware for 80 hours straight in my 18 years. Yeah, this is an unusual storm.
Yeah, and of course you have a much greater capacity. I know when we were down at the deep tunnel and we saw, the reservoir we saw holds about 4 billion gallons, which, we were there in person. You guys have to see this to really appreciate how big that is.
and our reservoir out at off of 90 near 294 that overflew. Is that the right? Correct. It was overflowing.
Yeah.
So we had that much water, and that was a combination of the water that we took in plus the water that kept coming down. Right. So,
Yeah. It was also interesting that I noticed, and I mentioned this matter of fact with President O'Brien last week when I had him on, that over here where we have the North Shore Channel in place, nothing came over the banks.
Right.
Despite the rainfall, but and that was made by you guys.
Right.
But where the Chicago River naturally occurs, that's like Albany Park. I mean, people were canoeing out there.
Oh yeah, it was devastating.
Yeah.
Devastating.
It was.
But we were out there and with the city, and then plus the gas company, electric company. I mean, everybody worked together, and those people there got a lot of good service and minimized the trauma that they had. So
No.
It's another reason why we're really hopeful to continue to secure our funding for the deep tunnel. Actually, the tunnel part of the project is complete, but the reservoirs, the O'Hare Reservoir on line has a capacity for 350 million gallons of water. And the Thornton Quarry is about a third online right now with about 3.5 billion gallons of storage capacity. And then Cynthia and I hope to be around to see the Thornton Quarry, the McCook Quarry, because that has another capacity for 10 billion gallons. Once these reservoirs are online, along with the deep tunnel, we're not going to see this kind of flooding.
Yeah, you'll be able to hold quite a bit more.
Oh, yeah. That'll make a big difference.
Yeah. Now, you guys have a ton of programs besides for the deep tunnel. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's going on.
There is.
yeah, we have our rain barrel program, which has been hugely successful. In fact, there's a waiting list right now to obtain the rain barrels. We give them at about half of what our cost is to the residents.
Yeah, I've
of
noticed
the county.
nobody's got them cheaper. What is it, about $40?
Yeah, and it costs us about $120 or something like
Yeah.
that, Kathy, to buy them. And so a third of the cost. And there's a waiting list, but you can go on our website at www.mwrd.org and register to get one. And it was funny during during the storm, I saw somebody on television saying how much rain they caught in their rain barrel, and so yeah, they do work.
Yeah, how big are they?
55-gallon drums.
Yeah, that's a lot of water.
It's a lot of water. It's a lot of water.
Some people decorate them. A couple of weeks ago, Lieutenant Governor Quinn had a little contest that he was recognizing people who decorated their rain barrels down at the river's edge. And so it's kind of fun. It gives people a chance to conserve their water and also to have a little bit of enjoyment with it.
Yeah, and there's a little spigot down there so it can be you can use your hose with it and
Absolutely.
stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's a good way to not put excess water into the system if everybody does a little bit.
That's right.
So, okay. And you guys also talk all over the place, don't? I mean, you go out and meet the public and lecture and things like that?
Sure.
Yeah, we do a lot of senior clubs and neighborhood associations, and then we like to go talk to the school children too. And we have a coloring book that we're kind of proud of because it explains what the district does. And yeah, we enjoy that. That's the best part of our job, right?
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, so you guys get to be green before anybody else got green.
We do. We have a nice hazardous waste collection day program that we're very proud of. And we've had about 29 events, and we try to rotate around the county so that people can properly dispose of their household waste.
Oh, let's
That's
talk
been
about
a great
that a little.
program. Well, it's something I think Cynthia and I have been very happy about the results of it because we do it in conjunction with the State of Illinois EPA, and it's been really a model program for the state. We've been doing it now since the early 90s, and it's really a successful program, and it helps people who want to properly dispose of their waste find a way to do it properly.
Now, what kind of waste are we talking about?
Oh, you name it. Could be cleaning solvents. We'll accept paint. We've had unusual things like mercury and all kinds of, hazardous materials come in. So we'll accept just about anything. We'll even accept medicines.
Okay, what about used motor oil? Because I got some of
Yes,
that.
sure. We'll
Okay.
Yeah,
take the
we'll
used
take that
motor
too.
oil. Absolutely.
Okay, just curious.
Yeah.
We have them twice a year, and we try to put them in different parts of Cook County. So, obviously, the benefit to most people as we possibly can. And we have one coming up soon, don't we, Kathy?
We do, out at 117th and Ridgeland in October. Well, this just right around this time, the 11th.
Okay, right. So that's okay. We've got right. Okay, so that'll be good. And of course, if people want to find out when there's one in their neighborhood or whatever, they can always give the Water Reclamation District a call.
Sure, or go on our website, and it's posted
Yeah.
on the website.
Okay, and I think it's 312
751-5600.
312-751-5600.
Right, that's our main number. Yep.
Yeah, very good. And anyway, of course, you guys are running for re-election, so you know we're starting to run out of time. So you want to make a pitch for why people should vote for you?
Well, you know, I would say this when I go out campaigning, that, you know, with today's economy and the problems that we have in government today, that people are looking for a change. But the district, the agency is financially sound. It's very well run. So I say, why change?
Okay. And by the way, I'll attest to it. I'm going to vote for both of you, that's for sure.
Thank you.
And early voting's already on, so there's no reason why you shouldn't have voted already, or you can go out right now and, well, we're on at 7:30 in Chicago, but tomorrow morning, you know, like you guys go out and to your local polling place, and you can vote for my guests, Water Reclamation Commissioner Kathleen Meany, to my far left, and running for her 4th term and running for her 3rd term, Commissioner Cynthia Santos. Thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you.
And do you have a campaign
It's a
website
pleasure.
or a place you want to point people to, or?
I don't have a website.
No, they can just either call if they have any questions about us, they can call the number we gave, 312-751-5600, and we'll be happy to answer any questions they have.
Right, now that's questions about the water reclamation.
Right,
We
about
can't
the
do the
district.
political stuff.
No,
into it.
Right,
political.
no.
But in terms of, well, I will say that their punch numbers are 24 and 25, and feel free to punch 24 and 25 come Election Day. Thank you so much.